Hey guys, Triple B here! Tonight we're going to be revisiting one of my favorite cards, Charizard from the set Vivid Voltage. It's a bit of an older card, but I'm trying to revisit all the cards that are about to be rotated and see if they still have life in the current meta. Charizard has a very interesting ability in Battle Sense. Once during your turn, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand, and then you have to discard the other cards, which normally it seems like a bit of a downside, but it's going to combo really nicely with the attack Royal Blaze, which is going to do 100 base damage and then an extra 50 damage for each copy of the card Leon that's in your discard. So if we can discard them off Battle Sense, maybe guarantee a top deck with a certain monkey that we like around the channel, it's a really great way to get it going, scale up your damage nicely, caps it at 300 if you got 4 Leons in the bin. If you play a Leon per turn, it's going to increase the damage done by an extra 30, so 330. And if you attach a choice belt, 360. So you can be taking out things like Eternatus VMAX, Mew VMAX, V-Stars. You only need 3 in the discard, play 1 per turn, or attach a choice belt to do 280. You hit some very nice numbers with Charizard. With it being a fire-type Pokemon too, we can be running the Stadium Magma Basin. So once during each player's turn, that player can attach a fire card from their discard pile to one of their bench fire Pokemon. So if we've discarded some with Charizard's ability, we can then be accelerating it to the bench, attach for turn, all of a sudden we have another Charizard online. It's a great way to combo these cards together. We do also have 1 copy of Charmeleon, mostly just in here to help evolve up. We don't have rare candies, and then we've got 4 copies of Charmander, also here mainly just to evolve to Charizard, but it does have the attack collect. For 1 fire energy, you can draw a card. Can be helpful if you're going second and have a bit of a bricked hand, or just need some more cards in your hand. For the other attackers, we've also got 1 copy of Moltres from Brilliant Stars. It has the attack Inferno Wings that does 20 damage, and if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, an extra 70. Hitting 90 all up, it can be pretty helpful in the Lost Box matchup, since you can be one-shotting things like Sableye and Comfeys, or even Cramorant if you're playing a Leon per turn, bringing it up to 120, it can be pretty helpful. We're going to be getting that damage on it with Magma Basin, as we previously mentioned. And our final attacker is Radiant Charizard, so late game, maybe you don't have another Charizard set up on your bench or the energy attached to it, no rare candies, can be pretty tricky having stage 2s consistently out each turn. So this can come out just as a basic that your opponent's taken 4 prizes, Excited Heart's going to reduce the attack cost by 4 colorless energy. Attach 1 fire energy, you can use Combustion Blast for 250, with a choice belt 280 to one-shot a V-Star, or maybe you play a Leon to get to that number. It's a really solid attacker to have in the deck, and just a great pivot to be able to go into as another basic. To get the supporter cards out of the deck though, we're going to be running Meowstic. So we've got a 3-3 line, has Inviting Ears. So when you evolve up your Pokemon to this, you can search your deck for 2 supporter cards. So ideally, we get 2 Meowstic going on the second turn, get all 4 Leons out of the deck, play a research, or maybe we have a Leon in our hand to start, get 3 Leons in a research, they're all in the discard, all of a sudden we're doing 300 damage with a single prizer and just need to worry about getting them set up. It's pretty solid. We also have some other interesting supporters that it's going to combo into, so things like Raihan, when one of your guys gets knocked out, attach an energy from the discard to one of your Pokemon, search your deck for any card, maybe we need a rare candy or we need another Charizard, it's a great way to do that. We've got 2 copies and it's searchable with Meowstic. We've also got 4 Research for draw power and 2 Serena for draw power and Gust Pivot. The other nice thing about this, the draw power, you get to discard up to 3 cards from your hand and then draw until you have 5. Maybe you've got some Leon in hand and need a way to ditch them and draw some cards. It's a great way to do that with selective discarding. And the other way we can get Leon from the deck is with Professor Burnett. So you get to search your deck for up to 2 cards and discard them. So it's just another option to be able to get those in the bin and start doing some big numbers. And our final supporter we can look for with Meowstic is Airzu. So you search your deck for up to 3 evolution Pokemon that don't have a rule box and put them into your hand. It's a great way to get multiple Charizards set up, or even just into those Meowstics and into some more supporter cards. And it's just nice that it's searchable with Meowstic. So you're not having to worry about, oh, do I have an evolution incense in hand? It's like, well, you have 1, get Meowstic, and then all of a sudden you have 3 other evolution incense. It's a very powerful card. Our other trainer cards, we do have 2 copies of Evolution Incense, 4 copies of Level Ball, 2 copies of Ordinary Rod. Charizard's Battle Sense, discarding our Pokemon and energy can be a little bit painful, so having a way to get those back in, it's pretty helpful. And 1 copy of Palpad, same idea, if Battle Sense loses us some supporters, it's good to be able to get them back in. Maybe we get 4 Raihans off in a game, that'd be pretty solid. Also got 3 quick balls, 4 rare candies to get the Charizard online, and then 2 copies of Scoop Up Net, so we can be reusing the Meowstic if we like. It is also essentially our only switch card, so we can have something sitting in the active, use Magma Base into a bench guy, and then Scoop Up Net whatever's in the active to be able to get a Pokemon online that way. Well, that's the deck list. If you like it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe so you know when more shenanigans like this is going to be coming out. There is a different way you could build this list, and instead of having Esper and Meowstic, you could have that as an Inteleon. Previously done a video on it, so I don't think I'll be revisiting it, but you should be able to find it in my old videos. I'll have a link popping up on here right now. Well, let's jump on ladder and see how we go with this tonight. Starting this, looking good. Up against Lugia, we've got the Meowstic for next turn. We've got Rare Candy Evo Incense to get into a Zard, so we literally just need to get into an Energy and get some Leons out of the hand. Right. We evolve into this, we get 3 Leon, or not 3 Leons, but we get 2 Leons. We've got 3 in hand, we can Serena them away. Evo Incense to get the Zard, evolve up. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We just need to find that energy. Alright, and they do have the Raikou, which could complicate things, but if we can knock this out before they get a Vstar, can't really complicate it if it's dead, right? Like, yeah, if they don't get the Vstar, there's no Archeops to be able to set that up. We have 3 Leons in the bin. That's 250 on the dot. Well, there's our 3 Leons. Just need that energy. Beautiful. I'm kind of leaning towards that. Because then next turn we just get another Zard and we rare candy up. Epic. Oh, that's epic. I think that seems fun. Not a lot of decks that take knockouts first turn. Outside of like Lost Box with Cramorant or like Mellow at a Mew. Or a Lunatone. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to eat those words real quick. Up against this, though, we don't need to be doing big numbers. So losing an Esper, kind of fine. We literally just need to keep our rare candies. And the nice thing about these two, I can kill them with Moltres. So if we can get Moltres online, base into Procket, we're fine. It just becomes like a hit for hit. Us having 170 HP when we evolve up, though, does make it a tougher hit for them to have to hit. So tempting, but also so punishing. They've got enough energy, right? Yeah. They've got enough energy just off the recharge. They don't even need an attach return. It's like we could do this trying to dig for Evo Incense. We got one. What else did we lose? Esper and a Basin. You know what? I'm okay with that. Like, keeping the Basin for Moltres would have been helpful. But the fact that we're getting able to do this, and then we can Rangaroo and keep the other rare candy, I think is worth the trade-off. Well, that's just rude. I don't know that we can afford to lose rare candy in this matchup. I might just Serena this. Although we hit with this, we can hit with a Moltres. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We just got to get other attackers online. Bench one of these. Oh. Well, we've got 2 rods. I think we pretty much need the Raihan. Just to guarantee an attacker next turn if this does get knocked out. Right, like we've got the attached return, we've got rare candy. Raihan gets an energy, gets a Charizard, and we're ready to go again if they do manage to get to 170. That is, what, 6 energy they need in play? 5 energy they need in play. So if they have 1 scoop up net and attach for turn. Might be in a bit of trouble. Oh, they're attaching to the bench. Going for a lower HP. Fair, 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 fair. Alright, I like where their head's at. They're thinking 2 steps ahead. So that one they can just fully charge up with the Solrocks next turn, and then attach for turn to another one after we knock this out. Could do the Serena. Like, we could do this to get Leons, right? Grab that. How are we looking for rare candy in the deck? None, so that means the last ones are prized. We've got 1 in hand. Might be worthwhile just manually evolving one of these guys up as well. Because, like, we Pokestop, we might hit a Fire Energy to proc Raihan. Or we just Serena and guarantee it. Haven't used this yet, though. Let's use that first, actually. Okay. I guess we could have Rangared the energy to guarantee the proc. I think we just do that, though. We're likely to just get this knocked out. That's actually pretty solid. Okay. We could get the Charmeleons and Charizards this way. Don't think we even need that at this point. We don't need to let him know we've got a rare candy. Alright, because then next turn, all of a sudden we have 2 Zards. We started evolving this up, we're fine. How much have they gone through? What? Why is he in the deck? Okay, so they're down, what, 3 Serenas, 1 boss. They've probably got 1 more boss. They could go for lower HP knockouts, but I think, yeah, they're just going to be focusing the active at this point. We're essentially just going shot for shot. We've got our attackers lined up for the rest of the game, though. It'll just be Charizard, Charizard, Charizard. We can go into the Radiant if we want, and if we do get the Basin and Moltres, that'll be our 4th attacker. Like, as if this deck just works so well. So silly, so great. And like, I love it as a budget entry point for people to get into the game. It's like, hey, I want to play Pokemon, but I don't know where to start. Cool, do you have $5? Build Lunatone Solrock. Sweet. Okay, so we just manually evolve that up. We rare candy this one up. And like, I guess to play it safe, we'll just do the Raihan now while we can. Do we just Raihan and get an energy? Yeah, like may as well get the attachment for turn. Chuck that on top of the deck with Primate Wisdom so that we can use Battle Sense and not get punished. Easy. Generally considering just scoop up netting that to take off a easy knockout for them. Is there any point in Ordinary Rod at this point? Probably not. Alright, well, we've guaranteed the attach for turn next turn. Grabbing that Meowstic, I don't think it's really doing much for us right now. We're pretty much through the whole deck. We need to draw cards, we just research, we get whatever we need. Yeah, just swing through. Alright, we found the Radiant Zard too. So this can become, yeah, our final attacker. We literally throw it down, attach 1 energy, it's ready to go. Like, we could Palpad back in the Raihans, I guess? Like, just not wanting to deck ourselves out. And we'll Ordinary Rod, we'll put some energy back in. Just so we can get the Radiant Zard online. Just thin some stuff. Sure, get that out. Why not? We've got the Basin. Yeah, at this point, it's kind of just tilted to he took the prize first. We would have needed to get the Moltres online. Well, actually, they went first and took a knockout. Or they went second and took a knockout first turn. Yeah, so it was always just tilted in their favor. And that's Lunatone's strongest feature, is that just consistency. Every turn they can be doing a pretty good number. Like, they're not going to be one-shotting Vmaxes and Vstars very often. They do have the potential to get there. But just being able to constantly have that pressure of like half hitting things or gusting up Crobats and Luminions for like key knockouts. And up against single prizers, it's like, yeah, I have to get a stage 2 set up. They just have to just keep doing that. Yeah, no point in digging through the deck. If we had another turn, like, we could always just Raihan to get into the basin, to attach to the Moltres, scoop up Netherranger. This comes up, does 90, takes knockout. It is literally just who took the first knockout in this matchup. Good game though, I liked it. That's fun. And it showed the consistency of the deck. Like, we got it set up. If we wanted to get into Leons, we had the Meowstic play pretty much the whole game just to get them out of the deck and discard with Oranger Charizard. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe so you know when I have more videos like this coming out. If you need another deck list though, there should be some popping up on the screen right now. Till next time, take care of yourself.